It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. And guys, we'll see Fred Hoiberg at the helm in this one. He was brought into Chicago to revamp their offense. How do you see the Bulls continuing to evolve with him as the coach?
Well, you know, their early offense has changed. They get the ball up quicker. They shoot the ball earlier in the shot clock, and they're much more aggressive on the offensive end. Defensively, I don't know if they're better than they were last year under Hoiberg, but they're definitely offensively, and he encourages them to play, Shaq, with a high tempo and get up and down the court.
Yeah, Kenny, but shot selection is their weakness right now. That's one thing they got to improve, especially if they continue to run his system.
That'll wrap it up. Let's go courtside. Thanks for joining us.
We're broadcasting from Chicago as the Bulls get ready to take the hardwood here at the United Center. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And, of course, Nikola Mirotic. They will definitely miss his contributions.
And to say the deal changes the look and the feel of this franchise, quite frankly, is stating the obvious. They are a vastly different team than they were just a few days ago, obviously looking long-term rather than short.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Guys, Chicago is one of the league's biggest markets, but it still has that blue-collar culture. Longtime Bull Luol Deng exemplified that spirit. He said, if you're coming in to just show your skills, just look good, the city of Chicago is not going to accept you. They want to see you work hard night in and night out. If you do, the city will love you. Kevin?
They want grit and toughness, David. Thank you. And the way a team plays early, Doris, can be vastly different than how they finish a season.
Well, anything can happen over the course of a 6 to 7 month season. 1, trades. 2, injuries. Has a rookie sort of played a bigger part in your success than maybe you thought? I think what happens early can define what happens late.
Well, injuries and trades are two very disruptive things that teams have got to deal with.
I think to adjust on the fly to new personnel, whether be it because, as you say, whether it's an injury or whether it's a trade, I think that's a very hard dynamic. So if you've established habits early, it helps smooth that over.
And now Washington's starting group. Wall and Beal, the incredible backcourt tandem. Porter and Morris, the duo at forward, and it's Gortat in at the center position. And it's Washington's ball. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Low percentage from the free throw line, and I think that can have an effect on your overall scoring efforts, which obviously fell short.
Wizards on D. Now here's Rondo. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Miami. Beal with it. Wade picks him up. Wall, no luck. And Chicago has possession. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
I like the defense to play physical, particularly when hot shooters are trying to be cooled off. They never got physical.
Good make to get things underway.
A little bit of momentum in their favor as they grab the game's first lead.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Gortat dishes to Beal. Wizards passing it around.
0 for 4, they can't buy a bucket.
And another miss by Washington. Down low, Portis. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the middle. And it's Gortat. That time on the assist by Wall.
Well, make no mistake, this guy a high percentage finisher inside. Gortat can finish with either power or finesse.
Outside Rondo. To the middle. Deflects the pass. This one for three. Knocks down the three ball. Rondo's got himself on the board with three there.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from three.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second.
Hey, right here, baby, right here.
Hey, stay right here.
Stay on, just right here. Crash.
Oh, yo, right here.
Stay on him. Hey, let's get a good shot.
Come get it.
Way to grab it. Shut up.
I see him.
Hey, go over it.
Hey, bust that. Screen.
I got ball.
Screen.
Ball. Shoot it.
Help.
Woo! Right here.
Set up.
Switch.
Timeout. Full timeout.
Hey, pick up ball.
Give me that. Yeah. Put it back.
Hey,
Yo, right here.
Hey. Same. You got it.
Yo, switch.
Shoot it. Hey, knock it down. Hurry.
Box out. Get outside. He's open. Put it back.
Hey, yo, right here.
Ball out. Oh, give me that. Yeah. Hey.
Pick up left.
Shot. Grab it.
What's the pick? Give me that. Help. Get through.
Set up.
Hey, pick up ball.
Switch. Yo, kick it out.
Hey. Yo, watch him.
Hey, whose man is
Right
this?
here. Woo! Right here.
Hey, heads up. Pick. Don't let him get it. Screen, screen, screen! Oh, yo, right here.
Shot! That's all you! Hey!
No good on that last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bulls lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hands. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Well, they trust each other, and that's something you establish in practice and in games, and you don't see a ton of miscommunication out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Butler in at the small forward.
You know, with Robin Lopez, a career mid-70s free throw shooter, we'll take that any time from the center position.
Good on the second free throw.
Robin Lopez signed a nice 4-year contract in the summer of 2015. And, you know, for a player who's so unselfish on the hardwood, it is great to see him be rewarded.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. And Doris, you mentioned Robin Lopez's unselfishness, beloved by his teammates, sir.
I don't know how you couldn't love him, Kevin. This is a guy who does all the dirty work, right? Boxes out, sets tough screens, backs him up at the rim. You know, he doesn't need the ball either. A great offensive rebounder. He'll just create his own opportunities. There isn't a player in the league who doesn't love playing with a guy like that.
13 feet away. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That is his first foul of the game. Portis, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Wizards trail by 3. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Rahimi a screen. Here's Wall. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Wall's got 6.
Yeah, just uses the screen nicely. Wall doing damage.
Rondo against Wall. Rondo, no good. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Wall's shot is good.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Rondo against Wall. They get a hand on it. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Wall with the ball. And there's Bradley Beal on the assist from Wall. Wall's got 4 assists now tonight.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Ball against Rondo. Rondo with another miss.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
Boy, if you're going to challenge him in the lane, you better go strong.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Yeah, that's nice work in there on the inside. Lopez not having any issues converting that time.
Outside, Wall. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Porter comes in for Bogdanovich. Morris a screen. Beal. Another one falls for Washington.
Now, this is an example of where he's grown. Bradley Beal getting it done in the screen and roll.
Bulls trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lets it go from 11. Rondo with another miss.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Butler against Porter. It's deflected. Beal with the steal. Soft touch off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Washington lead.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
It's stolen by Wall. And now here comes Wall leading the break. Here's Beal. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, that is a rugged finish from Beal. Absorbs the hit, guides it in. Nice.
Yeah, that's all you, baby. That's all you, baby.
Switch! Hey, where'd he get that? No, no, no! You got him! I'm open!
Shoot that! Shoot that!
Hey, hey, bust that! Shot, shot! Move! Out, out, out! Right here! You got him! Pick! Get there!
Hey, help me!
Screen! Ball!
Ball
Hey,
up!
put it back!
It's good.
My boy!
Woo! Right here!
Roll it!
Yo, kick it out, man!
Hey, balance it out!
Get him! Oh, shoot that!
I got it! I'm open! Hey, balance it out! Keep doing what you're doing, man! Power right there! Hit me, I'm open! Yeah, good board!
Blocking.
Hey, watch that! Don't let him shoot that! Shot! My bad! Hey, balance it out! Screen!
Come on, D up on him!
Hey, kick it out!
Hey,
Ball.
Hey, back door!
Hey, swing it!
I see him.
Screen coming!
Hey, balance it out! Hey, swing it! That's all you!
Yo, watch him! Get him!
Right! Oh, you're right!
Hey, shot up! I got ball! Out!
Get him! Watch the pick! Box out! Put it back up! Put it back up! Get in!
Now Burke. Outside Beal. Knocked away. Back to Burke. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Burke's got his second basket of the night.
Listen, this guy's got the green light at any time, but Beal with the nice look to set up the open shot.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Well, after the Bulls said goodbye to Derrick Rose, you knew they were going to be in the market for a point guard. And Rajon Rondo stepped right in, and although not a direct replacement for what Rose brings, still a very strong signing. They could have done a lot worse when it comes to filling in that lead guard role.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Kelly Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's Bogdanovich in for Beal. Burke with it, and it's going to be a 3-second call. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Number 1, Rajon Rondo. 3rd, John Wall.
And really two terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
And for Rajon Rondo, he showed GA that he was still an elite playmaker in his one-year stop in Sacramento. He felt that Chicago, now with Dwayne Wade, was the perfect fit for him.
And Rondo wasted no time when he got to Chicago. It was apparently a big part of the recruiting effort that landed the team Wade. I mean, a lot of changes for the Bulls. But overall, you have to say with Rondo and Wade as their new backcourt, they're in a great spot.
Burke kicks to Smith. To the middle. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 4 points this quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And here is Grant, 11 points in the game. Grant outside. And stolen by Burke. And here we go, Burke heading to the hoop. That one falls. And it's a 5-point Wizards lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Wizards out front, up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
The differential is the free throw attempts. And that's one of the big stories in this game tonight. They were being so aggressive and so smart that all they could do on the defensive end was foul.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Well, there are very few defenders who can check him one-on-one. And in fact, collectively, he's a challenge for defenses.
Bulls trail by 5. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Beal and Porter are out on the wings. Morris pairs with Gortat down low, and it's Wall in at the 1. Grant the pass to Rondo. 9 feet out. That one rolling around and rims out.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Yeah, as we just saw, you don't always have to get the block to make a defensive impact.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Porter dishes to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. 2 points. That one goes. Morris has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Wizards. And that one's good by Butler.
It looked like they were willing to give him that three-point shot, and he doesn't blink. Drills it right in their eye.
All passes to Beal. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, he usually knocks that down with that much space.
One thing the Bulls have to deal with that is unique to their franchise, Greg, is an extremely high expectation factor from their fan base.
And when you have a rich franchise history like the Bulls, it's a double-edged sword. Fans can always look back at the great years in the 90s, but they'll always long for a return to those days. And sometimes the expectations can be too much.
Wade, he's checked in for Grant. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Here's a look at the stats for Bradley Beal. How he did last season. Last season put up about 17 points per, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
Bulls trail by 4. Here's Rondo. 5 points in the game, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And now a chance to look at Jimmy Butler. Great showing for him last season. 16th in scoring, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Ball against Rondo. Outside, Beal. Wall sets a screen for Beal. Sinks the triple. Beal's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, just like any true shooter, Bradley Beal not worried about the defender at all.
Wade kicks to Portis. Down low. Out to Wade. A 15-footer. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Portis. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Wall dishes to Porter. To the paint, looking for Beal. He gets it there. The shot's good. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Rondo passes to Lopez. In transition, here come the Wizards. Beal's running, and he gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Washington lead.
He's in a really good rhythm right now. Count another one for Bradley Beal.
Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself back in 2014. He turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer, and it paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. He said of his decision, "I was nervous, I'm not going to lie to you, but everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of."
He's come a long way, David. Thank you. Butler kicks to Wade. Wade missing again.
You know, in most situations, coach is okay with him taking that shot, even if it doesn't go in.
Goes up the baseline. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 11.
You know, Gortat is a space eater, and you've got to put a body on, or he's going to burn you with putbacks like he did there.
Chicago calls timeout.
You know, just looking at Marcin Gortat in his career, it's hard to find a more consistent player at that center spot. You know, he always shoots an efficient rate from the floor, doesn't miss a lot of time due to injuries, and you can always expect him to be available.
With Gortat, he's been a double-double machine for teams ever since he became a starter.
Well, I think it just speaks to the effort that Gortat gives on the floor, Kevin. You know he's going to use that great footwork to get you scores from the low box. And you also like that he can get you production without needing the offense to run through him.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Bulls trail by 11. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Rondo kicks to Wade. Butler against Porter. Shot clock at 6. The 11-footer. Bank shot. No good. Wizards leading by 11. Beal, that's for 2. Here's Morris. A stupendous finish in traffic. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Wade. 5 points in the game. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
You know, probably could have set that screen with a little more force, but it got him just enough room to be able to finish.
Rondo with the steal. Floats it up for Butler. Lopez dishes to Butler. Here's Rondo. Rejected by Wall.
Now you see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
From the corner. And it doesn't even draw iron.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Rondo on top. Covered by Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. Another miss by Rondo.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And good that time.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Feeds it to Butler. Wade against Beal. Wade kicks to Portis. There's the pass to Rondo. He dishes it to Lopez. No good that time. Gortat with the defensive effort. Puts it up from 15. Porter, no luck. Bulls trail by 13. Butler buries it down low. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter. Wizards have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. There's a screen by Gortat. Inside and stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Morris. And Beal kicks to Gortat. And that one drops for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Chicago making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. And then for Washington, Mahimi's checked in for Markieff Morris. Oubre comes in for Porter. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for Bradley Beal. And, certainly the culture of the NBA and basketball has seen some shifts over the last couple decades. Doris, when you look at the game today, how do you think it's changed? And where do you think it's going?
But I think from a strategy standpoint, the biggest change in the NBA culture is that it's going smaller and faster. It's trending toward positionless players where guys can shift among 3-4 positions at a time. And then the other part of the neat thing is in this day and age of social media, from the off-the-court stuff, we're starting to see these guys become fashion icons.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And really, you got to commend the Bulls for the success they've had in the draft. You look at that roster, you see a ton of big-minute players who were drafted by the Bulls. They've done a great job of finding players to fill roles within that team.
The first one falls. And with the Bulls and their draft success, a lot of it has come with picks, Greg, later on in the draft.
Yeah, the last lottery pick the Bulls had was Derrick Rose. Not a bad one there.
Yes.
But since then, they've drafted or made trades on draft day to find a ton of rotation players. Give a lot of credit to their scouting department for their continued success.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Wizards leading by 12. Here's Bogdanovich. 7 points in the game. Nine feet out. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwayne Wade. And it's interesting, Bogdanovich came over from Croatia a couple years back. He's shown flashes, Greg, of talent, especially offensively, but he's still putting it all together.
Yeah, I think consistency is the key for him. Sometimes he's aggressive, other times he just disappears. Does have good size and strength for a wing, can hit from the outside, also finishes well around the basket. I like to see him create more for his teammates.
Laverne, he's checked in for Chicago. He's perfect from the line this time. Bulls trail by 14. Here's Dedmon. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, G.A. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
I like this aggressiveness from him. He saw an opportunity and did not hesitate.
Smith the pass to Bogdanovich, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Ooh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip. Wall wide open. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, improving his three-point percentage has been a true focus for John Wall every offseason.
Wall against Rondo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Rajon Rondo, really one of the purest point guards over the last decade when you're talking about assists. I mean, he's a guy with the ball in his hands, is very effective at making decisions for the offense, dictating pace. And when he plays off the ball, especially as a spot-up shooter, that's when problems can arise, but he knows how to move without the ball and always seems to find himself in the right place at the right time.
And for Rondo, somewhat of a resurgence last season, gained back much of the confidence he had lost after his tumultuous time in Dallas.
Yeah, I felt like Rondo felt appreciated last year, and there's no substitute for having the support of your team. This is a proud individual, and we're talking about a big-time gamer.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 11. Smith with a screen on Wade. Down low. That's tipped. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the Wizards had been one of the last teams to really embrace the three-pointer. Doris, they got on board last season, increasing their attempts out there by over 7 a game.
Yeah, and Kevin, they kept their three-point percentage at 36%. Teams around the league now abandoning long two-pointers in
all day. That's all you, man.
Bulls trail by 13.
That's his 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Rondo. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall. Morris a screen. Morris with a screen on Rondo. To the middle. Goes up off the pick. And Morris throws it down.
good timing on the pick and roll by Morris. Makes the right move on cue.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Wall, he dishes it to Morris. Again, the miss by Morris. Well, the Bulls shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Nice shot by Portis.
He's been taking what the defense gives him, shooting a high percentage, and they still trail.
Wizards leading by 11. It's tipped. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Lets it go from 11. Bogdanovich, no luck. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Rondo. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Washington shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Wall. Here's Porter. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Wizards lead by 11. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Rondo against Wall. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, this is an athletic power forward, and Morris outquicks the defense to the rim.
Rondo dishes to Lopez. Porter with the steal. In transition, here come the Wizards. Porter's running, and Wade sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. For the Wizards, Gortat's checked in for Mahinmi, and Beal subbed in for Bogdanovich. Beal gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 30 points for Beal.
Challenging this D with the 3-ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Wade. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And one reason why Otto Porter saw a huge increase in his role is that, Doris, he was able to develop a three-point shot that had teams, giving him a lot of respect, and then they had to adjust to. He was always strong going to the rim, but now defenses had to follow him out to that three-point line.
Well, as you know, Kevin, having a consistent 3 is such a big deal now for perimeter players. Porter at 6'8" has a smooth release and no problem shooting over the arms of smaller defenders who might rotate to him. And he's developed a nice little pull-up shot. If teams ever overextend, he can just step back and knock down a 2.
And the Bulls making a change here. Grant's checked in. And Porter drops them both.
Well, 2016 guys saw great stride for Otto Porter in his career. He got off to that slow start, remember, the first 2 years. But finally, when he got consistent minutes, he answered nicely. Career highs across the board for him, and you can see why this team thinks he's got a bright future.
They get it back. Lopez. And the bucket count. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Boy, we've really come to count on Lopez's ability to be a factor on the glass.
And with Porter, so many were quick to dismiss his place, Doris, in the NBA after a few slow years to start his career.
And I think, Kevin, that goes back to where he was picked in the draft, 3rd overall. And when you're a top 3 pick, fans want instant production. And Porter was always the kind of player that needed time to adjust to this league. Luckily, the organization believed in him, stuck with him. He's made huge improvements across the board.
To the paint, here's Grant. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Washington leading now by 15. Kicks it to Gortat. Lets it go from 11. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Gortat's got 21 in the game.
Another bucket for Gortat. He shouldered the scoring load for them tonight.
Here's Rondo, and he banks in the layup. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 assists. Here's Wall. Good D by Lopez. For Chicago, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Rondo passes to Lopez. There's Portis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Wizards have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Here's Wall. Porter in the corner. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 15. Butler kicks to Rondo. Porter with the steal. Here's Wall. An easy 2 points on the layup. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is unmatched speed at his size and certainly at the point guard position. How are you going to stop that?
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Yeah, I think that's where you swing the ball around. Try and find a better passing angle.
Grant, he's checked in for Grant. And Chicago has possession. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. All with it. Out to the wing. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target from three-point range. The Bulls shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Lopez outside. Here's Rondo. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Wall, no luck. Bulls trail by 17. And here is Grant. Here's Lopez. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Yeah, you know, that's the aggressiveness by Robin Lopez. He doesn't shy away from contact.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots. Give me that. Way to go, baby. Way to go. Let's get it. Timeout, timeout. Start it. Whose man is that? Set up, set up. Mine. Pick out, man. Yo, get him. Hey, kick it out. Back, yo.